right. Thank you for showing up. I want to start out with, does anybody know what the worst phrase in the English language is? No, that's close. That's a close second. Actually, it's I'm from the government and I'm here to help you, okay? What I want to do is, number one, I want to thank Denise Catoni for her friendship over the years. I also want to thank her for inviting me here today to have an opportunity to speak with you. And on this day that we celebrate our independence, I think it's also important that we celebrate the word responsibility, okay? And I have a little story to kind of convey that to you. When I was 8 years old, my dad and I started taking trips over this great country. And yeah, we bypassed the Disney Worlds and the Busch Gardens, and he basically wanted to focus me on people that had leadership, that had sacrificed, and had a sense of responsibility. So he took me to Fort Bragg, took me to Fort Benning, Georgia, took me to SAC Command over in Omaha, Nebraska, and of course he took me to Arlington Cemetery, where all our heroes are. And there's a person that was introduced to me by my father. Granted, he was deceased at the time, but we went to his grave, and that was Audie Murphy. Audie Murphy was our most decorated soldier in the history of this country. Audie Murphy, at the age of 12, had his father desert him and his family and his 10 brothers and sisters. Audie Murphy didn't call a politician to ask for a new handout program or a bailout. He didn't call some pin-headed lobbyist to basically say, hey, help me out, let's come up with another government program. He pulled up his socks and helped his mother raise his brothers and sisters. At the age of 16, he lost his mother. He went and tried to join the United States Marine Corps. He did not get a green light to join the Marine Corps because of his height. He went over to the paratroopers, and this again was at the height of World War II. Tried to join the paratroopers and enlist there, and he could not. Finally settled on the United States Army. During his service to our country in World War II, he was awarded 28 medals for his service to this country. Audie Murphy took responsibility. He didn't wait for the government to help him out. He knew his country needed him. He knew his family needed him. And he made a difference. I think what's really important today, besides celebrating our great independence, is exposing our young children, the leaders of tomorrow, to role models that have responsibility, that have shown responsibility, and that have not tried to build their life as a rock star, as a media darling, that have really pulled up and said, you know what, I am responsible for myself and my family, and I'm going to make a difference for the better of our whole country. So besides remembering all the great veterans that have served this country during our great history, let's expose our children to some of the great heroes that have been long forgotten by the liberal slanted media. Those are our true heroes, the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, and I thank you for all your time. Thank you.